Now let's head to Oyo State in the southwest, just 3 months after the clash between herdsmen and farmers of Ibarapa land made headlines. The people of Igangan say they still live in fear and are appealing to the government to fully restore peace in the area.
Igangan is one of the rustic communities in Ibarapa land, Oyo State. The violent clashes between farmers and herdsmen brought the ancient town into reckoning. It's been 3 months since the crisis. We were curious to know how the residents were faring after the deadly clashes. It took us a tortuous 4-hour journey to get to the community, driving through lonely roads. It was a risk we needed to take to share the story of this community whose sleep was murdered. We met few security checkpoints different from when the crisis broke out. We finally arrived in Igangan. The atmosphere looked peaceful as people engaged in their daily activities, but with their eyes on their heads. Some of the community leaders we spoke with expressed fear. They say life is becoming unbearable as their livelihood has been affected.
If anybody says that peace had been restored, they are telling lie. No peace. Because our farmers are unable to go to the farm again. They have fled the farm entirely. So just like about 3 weeks ago, so Ogumodede Ojedokun that went to the farm, so was macheted and he said ham were cut off. So the two on the farm. So intentionally perpetrated by the herdsmen. So this is the problem that we are facing in Igangan. So no farmers are able to go to the farm with assurance that he will come back home.
Many people have abandoned their farm in fear of the attack of the herdsmen. They have attacked their farm. But some people that are they will go in batches. That is, no single person can go to the farm anymore. They will rather go in 2 or 3 or more than that, so that they will be able to help themselves when an attack want to happen or something else want to happen. Basically, it has reduced the rate of people or the rate at which our people are going to the farm.
Igangan and other neighboring villages are agrarian communities. Now, they have to find other means of survival.
This year, so everything had been damaged. No farm produce on the farm anymore. They have destroyed the cassava farmland. Maize, no farmer have a maize on the barn, either on the farm. So it creates inflation. A modun of gari is now 400 naira here. If you get to Ibadan, it's 400 naira. So from Okolo area, we are going to buy gari that we are eating here. You see that it is very bad.
In this community, Igangan, our major occupation is farming. And when we're talking about herdsmen attacks, all these herdsmen, they used to live in the bush. And it is in the bush that we are doing the farming. So it affects the farming activities very much because the farmers are unable to go to farm. Those that are going to farm, they are going in fear. Those that want to go in farm to go and work during the evening, they cannot go again.
The community was thrown into mourning over the death of one of its illustrious sons, Dr. Fatai Aburode. He was believed to have been murdered by the killer herdsmen in his farm. His death remains an unforgettable experience to his family and the community. Father of the deceased says he is yet to come to terms with the death of his son, who he eulogized and wonders why the government has not apprehended the killer of his son.
After his burial, that day, this hopeless never showed up. until he was forced by his people around 10 p.m. No arrest. Nothing. For about 4 weeks. What we only knew was that the police here, they collected their, what do they write? Statement. At Taite, he was invited with one of my junior brother, who's a senior brother to Dr. Aburode, for statement. The so-called Amotekun people, they brought him to Ayete to write statement. Nothing happened. He said, anything God does, God has done it. There's nothing we can do.
But how has the crisis affected education in the area? The acting rector of the College of Agriculture in Igboora, one of the 7 towns in Ibarapa local government, called for calm and asked government to find a permanent solution to the farmers-herders clash, not only in the area, but the country. He says if this is not nipped in the bud, Nigeria may run into a serious food crisis.
There was a time we were having up to 2,500 intake. Before we are able to get 1,005 now, or 2,000, it's hard. Presently, they are on top of the situation, and we hope they will be able to sustain it. And the governor is also trying to liaise with other sister security agencies that are around, DSS, Civil Defense, the Amatekun you mentioned, and some other vigilante.
It is almost 3 months to the crisis between the Fulani herdsmen and the people of Ibarapa land. But the people of Igangan say they still live in utmost fear. The question is, for how long will this fright continue to linger in the minds of these people before this situation is properly looked into?
And that's Crime Watch this week. Thanks for watching. You can reach us on all our social media platforms. It's coming up on your screen now. I'm Ivy Kano. Let's leave you with some quotes.